Hey everyone, in this video I'll be talking about how to access audio effects in Ableton. So I have in front of me two audio tracks. If you want to put audio effects on a track, this is the section for it down here. As you can see, it says drop an audio effect here. So this is a tab where you would see all your audio effects on that track. So let me show you how to add an audio effect onto a track. So if you open up the browser, you see a tab that says audio effects. So these are the audio effects built into Ableton, and there are a bunch of audio effects. So I'm going to show you just 2 or 3 audio effects that you would use to get you started, and then we can go deeper into what most of the others do. A basic audio effect would be an equalizer. So Ableton has EQ8. I'm going to select that first. So the first thing you would do is click and drag the EQ onto the tab underneath, which is made for audio effects. And there you go. The EQ shows up there. It's as simple as that. What you can also do is drag the EQ onto the track here, and it'll have the same effect. So once I add an EQ, I can keep going. So Ableton doesn't have a limit on how many audio effects you can add on one track, so you can just keep going. So now I'm going to add a compressor. I can add some distortion. I can add basically as many effects as I'd want to. So some of the basic effects you would need is an EQ and a compressor. And Ableton has 2 types of compressors. One is a glue compressor, and one is the standard compressor of Ableton. So what a compressor does is it makes the louder parts softer and the softer parts louder. So thereby you get a more even sound. An equalizer is to remove any frequencies or add or boost any frequencies that you wish. So from the lows, mids, and the highs. And it's very easy to use. It's just a simple graphic interface. Or you can open it up and it becomes more complex if you wanted to. But to get you started, it's just a simple graphic interface that you would use, and basically use your ears and see what you would need to add on it. And there are 2 styles of compressors. So in a compressor, all you'll need to do is reduce the threshold and slowly increase the makeup gain. And when you reduce the threshold, it'll start compressing and you'll see this knob moving. And because compression reduces the volumes of certain parts, you'll need a knob to increase the volume to compensate for that. So that's what the makeup gain knob is. For now, that's all you'd need to know. I'll go more into how compressors work in the future, but to get you started, this is the easiest way to get your audio effects out there and work fast with them. And now let me talk about reverb and delay, which are time-based effects. And Ableton defaults to having, as you can see here, reverb and delay down here, which are return tracks. So basically what Ableton is doing is sending part of this audio to these return tracks, and you have control of how much it's going to send. So the more you send to a reverb, the more reverb there's going to be on that channel. So these two are the reverb and delay knobs, and these are the amount you're going to send to the reverb and the delay. These are just basic effects to get you started, and they're really powerful. They can do a lot for you. So I'd suggest just start playing around with these effects that I've showed you in this video, just the EQ, compressor, and reverb, to just get a feel of how they sound like, and just keep tweaking them and see how they sound, and do it more by feel. You don't need to know everything from the get-go. So thank you for tuning into this video. Hopefully you have a better understanding of how to add basic audio effects onto your tracks in Ableton.